Y'all, Zeta and Timmy. What did go watch my previous videos. I'm not even gonna talk. Go watch. Is Sydney crazy? Even when Isaiah was going to him like, that's not bro code, bro. That's not bro code. Andy was just looking at him like, okay, and I don't even think Zeta meant it in a way like, oh my gosh, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. It was just a simple question. Do you see us on the outside? Yes or no?
I love your job, love your job. No do, Maya, no gara from. No.
Hey everyone, I'm your host Mayoko. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing Love Island USA Season 4, Episode 7. Let's get straight into the video. You guys, what we've been begging for has finally happened. The season is getting interesting. Very, very interesting. Like this episode, woof. There was a lot happening in this episode. I don't even know who to start off with. Who should I start off with? Okay, let me start off with Sydney, Isaiah, Andy, and Maddie. Is Sydney crazy? Like, what is wrong with this girl? You guys, like, at first, like, last episode, you know, when Andy picked her, I was like, okay, you know, like, she deserves it because Isaiah wasn't really good for her, you know. His red flags were red, flashing red on, like, the first 2 episodes. So, you know, I was happy for Sydney because, you know, she's moving on to Andy. Andy looks like a better fit. Then this episode, she's crying. She's crying because Maddie told her that her and Isaiah kissed in bed. This girl starts bawling, crying. She's like, I really miss him still. Girl, what is this switch up? Everything is weird. Andy just picture you were smiling. Your whole mouth was last episode. And then this episode, you're crying. Coming from Andy saying, I don't know, during one of the challenges, she tells Maddie, I'm coming back for my man. Something along those lines. Anyway, Sydney is crazy. Like, were you guys not confused about Sydney in this episode, or was it just me? Because I was so confused. I was looking at my TV like, what? When did this happen? What is going on here? Sydney is crazy. She's crying. She wants Isaiah back. Then, of course, there's Maddie who feels sad because Maddie's like, oh, I know Isaiah only kissed me because he wanted to get back at Sydney. And then Isaiah is mad at Andy for not telling him that he liked Sydney. Mind you, Sydney and Andy never told Isaiah that they kissed. So the siblings come in, Chaz and Bria. Yeah, so the siblings came to cause drama, and I'm here for it. So the public picks for Chaz to go on a date with Maddie and picks for Bria to go on a date with Isaiah. Then both of them tell Isaiah how Sydney and Andy kissed. And Isaiah was like, I didn't know that. So tomorrow's episode, there's going to be fire between Isaiah and Andy. And honestly, Isaiah just needs to cut his losses because, or when I mean cut his losses with Andy in terms of friendship, because you guys, Andy looks like he doesn't care. Even when Isaiah was going to him like, that's not bro code, bro. That's not bro code. Andy was just looking at him like, okay. And Andy did not give 2 hoots about what Isaiah had to say. You could tell he was he was like, I apologize. He didn't even mean that apology. You could tell it didn't even come from his heart. It was like a, you know this kind of, I'm sorry for you to like get the hell out of my face. That's what it sounded like. It was like, okay, I'm sorry, like I apologize. That's what Andy sounded like. He was like, I apologize. And then Isaiah got up and left. So I don't even know what that whole thing was about, but Andy does not look like he cares. He doesn't look like he cares about what Isaiah has to say. Anyway, poor Maddie's sad, you know, crying. She's crying to Zeta and who was it? Was it Courtney? No, she's crying to Zeta and Deb and saying how, you know, she feels left out and, you know, she always feels like she's putting all her whole heart out, but then she's not getting the same in return. Anyway, they need to find somebody for Maddie because I feel bad for her because, you know, if somebody's kissing you to get revenge, that's kind of like sad, you know, like you're kissing me only because you want to like prove a point to somebody else. So, like, that's so weird to me. And that's sad. So I understand where Maddie's coming from. So during the challenge, Isaiah and Maddie win. It was like a challenge where they had to like pop balloons inside like a ring. It was like a WWE challenge. It was fun, I guess. Ooh, Zeta and Timmy. Y'all, Zeta and Timmy. What did go watch my previous videos. I'm not even gonna talk. Go watch because I told you, I was saying like Zeta and Timmy. I told you, I like Timmy when his mouth is closed. Timmy is my favorite person when his lips are sealed. when Timmy starts talking, yo, you guys, I can't. So Zeta asked a simple question. Do you see us? How do you see us on the outside, or do you see us on the outside? And Timmy lost it. Not in front of Zeta, of course. He lost it behind closed doors. He's like, I don't really like. He's telling Jesse, he's like, I don't really like that kind of question. You know, it threw me out of a loop. Like, I don't like when you're asking me questions like we just started. Like, chill. That kind of question is too far. It's too early to ask. Da, da, da. Okay, we get it, Timmy. That question is too early to ask, but you're doing the most. Like, you could have told Zeta, like, you know, it's still early. She would have understood. She's a big girl. Like, you don't have to like make it a big deal. Like, you really don't. He's telling everyone, he's like, well, I think he told Jesse, and I can't remember who else he told. Was it just the confessional? Anyway, he was just going on about how he didn't like the question. And I understand, it's still early. And I don't even think Zeta meant it in a way like, oh my gosh, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. It was just a simple question. Do you see us on the outside? Yes or no? Timmy out here taking it out of context and running with it. I don't know what he's doing. But the new girl comes, and clearly you could tell that Timmy wants to get to know her. He's like, she's 100% my type. I'm looking at Timmy like, calm down, Timmy. Relax. But anyway, next episode, you see something go on between Zeta and Timmy. You can tell Timmy's kind of like losing focus a little bit. Did I see it coming? Absolutely. Like, Timmy just never looked genuine from the jump. And I said that. Like, everyone was like, no, Zeta and Timmy. I'm like, you guys, read between the lines. Timmy just sounds like a player, okay? But let's see what happens. Let's see what unfolds between those two. Who am I rooting for right now in terms of like couples? Nobody. There's nobody there. I'm not rooting for anybody. Like, nobody is really giving me the it factor right now. Like, everybody's just sailing. Felipe and Courtney, literally sexual chemistry, nothing else there. All they do is kiss, talk about looks, nothing. There was literally no conversation with substance, unless the producers are not showing it, but I don't see anything with substance in that relationship. Tyler and Serenity. Okay, you guys. Tyler and Serenity. Do I think Tyler is playing a game? Absolutely. Do I think Tyler likes Serenity? He might like her, but do I think he likes her? No. After the challenge, you know, they're talking. Serenity's like, you know, we've only kissed during challenges. We've never done it outside the challenge, you know. She's like, what's your love language? So, Tyler's like, physical touch. And then she's like, can I get a peck? So she asks for a kiss, you know, they kiss and everything. The new guy comes in. The new guy is asking, well, they ask him, like, who are you looking to connect with? And he says Serenity. And Tyler's like, good luck. Tyler, get out of my face. Like, I don't know why, you guys. I'm not trusting this Tyler and Serenity connection. Let me tell you what Serenity did this episode that I didn't like. Why are you asking this man if you can kiss him? If y'all can kiss? Like, what? When did all this rubbish happen? If somebody's telling you their love language is physical touch, you don't even have to ask them, can you kiss? You don't even have to ask, because by that time, his hand should already be sliding up your lap. Like, do you guys know what I mean? Like, why are you asking for the kiss? Of course, Tyler's not going to say no, so they end up kissing. But in my head, I'm thinking, like, why are you asking for the kiss? Side note, it reminds me of today's episode or yesterday's episode of Love Island, when, Love Island UK, to be specific, when India asked Dami, like, do you love me, or are you in love with me? Stop asking these guys, or stop pushing stuff out of these men. Like, let them say it. When you push stuff, like, when you low-key force somebody to say something or force somebody to do something, it's not genuine. And usually guys are natural chasers. Like, guys will literally do what they want to do without you asking. Like, you won't even have to ask for a kiss. It's going to just happen. So I didn't really care for Serenity asking him for a kiss. Like, Tyler is just using this girl. Anyway, let's see how far he goes. If they can win the money, we all know Love Island is not about love anymore. So if he wants to play a game, he should do what he wants to do. Play the game, whatever. But, like, don't drag Serenity into it, because Serenity is going to be heartbroken at the end. But anyway, I'm here for these siblings. They're about to bring the heat. I'm excited. I'm so happy, because tomorrow's episode looks like it's going to be fun. Today's episode was amazing. I give it to them. Hands down. Everything was fun. So let's see what happens. I'm trying to think, am I leaving out anyone? There wasn't really much to say about Deb and Jesse. I think they're just chilling for now until somebody comes that is 100% Jesse's type. Jesse's going to turn his head, and then Deb's going to be crying. But that was it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, thank you so much for coming back. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time.
Wanna give it to you in the worst way, mama. Yo, I did, but me, I love your drama. no do, no do, no do, Maya, Maya.